This is my G17 Week 2 true results and predictions for Week 3, as well as my adaptations. This week I worked on my core and overall strength by working through satisfied once again. This week I practiced this skill with a friend and managed to get to 1 minute 35, so for Week 3 I predict that I can reach 1 minute 45 if I practice my training method alongside a friend once again. Training this skill with a friend made it both fun and exciting. It also meant that my next prediction was a new goal for me for the next week. Last week I said I wanted to track my facial expressions in regards to my jazz solo. This shows interpretation of movement through my face. I predicted last week that I would get a 5 out of 10, however I've got a 6 out of 10. I was able to surpass my goal as I have linked my skill in relation to my dance. As the previous video showed, this week I worked on strong posture by working on my two-way pull in my pirouettes in my jazz solo. As this is improving, I got a 4 out of 10, but I predict for Week 3 it will be even better and I can give myself a 5 out of 10 result. My only adaptation this week for strong posture was that I worked on it in my jazz and not my monologue. This week I made a massive adaptation by still exercising while working on my breath control instead of just doing semi-supine. I believe that changing my training plan has led me to be more effective in my progress. This week I got a 4 out of 10, but since I am still new to this training method, I predict that next week I will still get a 4 out of 10. However, changing my training plan has been more effective for me. I further developed my core strength in lesson when doing the Russian twist and the ab exercise. I didn't give up and I stayed motivated. I also worked on my posture in lessons when I looked at my releve and my pirouettes in dance. I wanted to ensure that my turns were effective and that I was doing it right by using my weight placement and posture correctly. I believe why I've progressed so much in facial expressions this week is because I had the chance to look at this both in dance and in a monologue. My monologue was in relation to auditions. This meant another opportunity to further develop my facial expressions. This week in lessons, I looked at my breathing when after a warm-up, I attempted to regain and keep controlled in my breathing while stretching.